these bitches be on E. I don't need you in my life. I be sitting on the cloud. On me, on my life, my life, my life, my life. On me, on me, on me, on mine. I can't see you, man, I'm blind. Hit you with that double time. Got a tick, got a nine. Beat your girl off in her spine. She just tryna make a diamond. Pimpin' at his prime. I don't do the one and dine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You may not sin, you be green. I'm a ball like
That's crazy, man. I think about the prison system and the many people. I for a fact know it's some innocent folks in there.
Yeah,
you know
I met a whole lot.
It's a lot of innocent folks
man.
in there. It's even the guys that took the rap for somebody that's in there and innocent by that way, but they felt like they could take the prison time and then that person couldn't. Right?
I got a homeboy in there got a 44-year sentence, man, that
took the
wasn't there on the crime, but had to take it because it was gonna kill his family.
See,
now he already did 15 years. He missing all his kids stuff already, but he's telling them I didn't do this.
Yeah,
but he can't say too much at the time that happened because you coming from a town you know not to snitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then to me, and it's not to snitch really, but they telling you they're gonna kill everybody in your family.
And you gotta make a choice.
You gotta make a choice. Now you got a 44-year sentence. Sitting in there, riding, trying to get out, crying every night, hurting. I can see it in his eyes.
Man.
Still call me and talk to him to this day. And people don't understand. I ain't seen like movies y'all done seen with that movie with Jamie Foxx playing on. I forgot the name of that movie. Was in Alabama. I met somebody that's going through the same thing from Nashville. That story could have been him. And it was in that, been in prison since '89. Got paperwork and said he didn't do it. They still won't let him out.
The system.
Just because, his old charge. And they just, as politicians and some of that stuff, and, somebody got to take this charge. Somebody black got to take it. He was at the wrong spot at the wrong time. Had almost the same charges that they was about to charge him with, what he did before when he was young. Bammed him with it. Man been in prison since '89.
They do that a lot.
Angry, full of anger. You can see it in his face. I'm instant. He's showing paperwork, sending it back to the Supreme Court. They still turning it down.
Yeah, because they like, we don't
they
forgot about you now. I ain't bringing that back up. You know how many cases we have to overturn?
That's a lot of innocent people, man.
Because it's a
behind
business.
That case. It's a
business. It ain't
profit business.
Yeah. So our lives is money to them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We nothing but a dollar, a number. Yeah. When you die, they'll bring another person with that bed.
So you didn't even got all the way down.
Yeah, when I got out.
They already trying to push somebody else in the spot.
And then most of the time they're killing us in there with the food and stuff people don't understand. Yeah. And I ain't supposed to be consumed by humans, man. They feed these people that stuff, causing cancer and stuff. But that's another topic on that one.
Ain't never another topic. There's a lot of ways they killing us in there. But talk to me about, you talked about anger. How did you come to a place where you was able to manage your anger with that much hanging over your head?
Man, I had to get broken down. God broke me down in a certain way. And I think the reason why I probably did go to prison, it was my choice. You know, I could have been, but it was my choice. But God used the choice I made and showed me and broke me down. The things I took for granted and all that. But then he showed me that spirit of anger I had. And man, being locked down 23-1, them demons will start coming. You'll start seeing them spirits and demons, whatever. And then, man, I was like, man, it just broke me. One day I just got broken. You just sit there and you just start praying like, man, what? And man, one day man, I got to praying and got around some brothers, man. There's some good brothers in there that pray over you, start praying with you and sticking together, man, and stuff. Man, it just like a light, like I dropped a book bag full of bricks off. And then like a lot of things I started reading and stuff was telling me about, like showing me about forgiveness. And like you ain't gonna be able to get to the position you want to get in until you forgive that person.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
The forgiveness is for you.
I had to forgive the person that I know was a cause of me going to prison. Even though I hated him, I wanted to do things to him when I get out. God didn't let me out the time I supposed to. I supposed to got out 2 years early. I went up for parole and got knocked off for 2 years. But I was God's son and I was still angry. If I'd have got out, it would hurt him. I already had it planned. But God broke me down after them 2 years. I saw that. And then I had to start forgiving that person. I don't forget. There's nothing there. I don't forget what that person did or these people did or whatever. But I forgave them. And once you start forgiving people,
you can move on with your life.
You can move on with your life. And blessings will come. You know what I'm saying? You'll open doors. Because the more you hateful and holding things in, like you was talking about holding grudges in, you know what that stuff is doing. I read about it. It's eating you like cancer. You slowly but surely dying. And don't even know it. You think you in health, but you are so angry, you always sick. Have you noticed somebody always mad, always
stress
sick?
will kill you.
It's killing them. So like, nose running, whatever. You're like, man, why is this person always sick? They got a spirit of anger on them. And they gotta understand they gotta let that go. But until you forgive that person, until you just forgive that person, it ain't gonna never happen.
Right. So you went through any programs while you were in there?
Yeah. I had to go through a drug program that these guys get more high than they ever was. It was the weirdest thing I ever seen.
In the program, they were getting high as a kite.
Man, it was getting high as a kite in there, man. And
in the program.
I just started seeing other parts of them drugs and stuff until...
It's not funny. I ain't supposed to be laughing.
No, but it's the truth. It's not funny, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
You was like, how y'all in drug programs when you getting higher than you was in there?
Because the intent was to get away from it.
Get away from, because most people go in them drug programs because they owe a lot of people money in prison. So you'll get shipped to another part of the prison. But they don't understand you don't get away because most of them guys gonna send a kite. Yeah. To tell, hey man, homie right here owe me this. You still gonna get got. Yeah. So but most of them run away and try to run away from their problems and what. But I was in a drug program, and then I got shipped to a medium part of the prison, Lake County, and that's when I met my teacher. And man, he became one of like my best friend, man. I believe God. I hated it. I didn't even want to be in that class, but he wanted me to do that. And man, you remember what the class was? Yeah, it was an electrician class. I still to this day couldn't fix nothing right now. I didn't do nothing in that class. I sat there and talked stuff all day to him. Can't fix yeah, he told me. He used to tell me, I don't know how I made you my teacher, like a supervisor in the class, and you don't know how to fix a light bulb. Put a light bulb in. I said, man. I'm blessed, man. That's how you used to tell the
just sitting in the class.
Yeah, I'm favored. Yeah, I didn't do nothing. But yeah, I had to go to, you got to go to school there, and they make you do all that things. I told you it's just like a program, and this program. They make you go to school, all that stuff. So I had to go there, and but I met a great guy that to this day he's still in my life, and that, man, it keeps me every time I feel down or whatever, because guys are, well, people don't know, don't understand that when you go in prison, that old James that everybody used to know, he's gone. He gone. Yeah, they break you down so bad that that person's gone.
But I don't think any of us are the same. Like, I would be a little upset if dudes were still as childish as we were growing up. In our 40s and late 30s, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people still. But you didn't mature at all. I mean, I ain't talking about just cracking jokes. I'm talking about literally.
Yeah, I know you're talking about just life, different. You
living like ain't nothing serious.
Like nothing. You got something to still do that. I can't. What I'm saying is, it's not even that. When I'm talking about you different, it's a mental part that you different. I don't know. I really believe in mental illness now. Yeah. I understand it now. I didn't understand it, and to this day, I still go through it.
PTSD?
Yeah, I got it bad, because you always got to watch your back. You don't know who got knives, what fight's going to break out, whatever. So you always on the edge in prison. So when I first got out, I was on edge. Like a story I got when I got out was around Thanksgiving time. I went to Walmart by myself. My goodness, I had to leave everything in the car and walked out. My anxiety was I felt like everybody was about to do something. Yeah. And but the mental part, it does destroy a lot of men. That's
exactly how I felt the first time coming from Iraq. I could not be around crowds. Yeah. And even still now, to this day, it's hard for me to be in a thick crowd. People want to, hey man, come to this bar with me. How many people
I can't do it.
How many people up there? For me, it could be a small crowd. But big crowds,
I can't do no more.
So yeah, you carry that. And PTSD and mental health is very serious. Yeah. Some people laugh and feel like, oh, that motherfucker crazy. Nah, well, hold on now, because that's nothing to joke about.
But we used to do that. I used to say, man,
we did, because we didn't know what it was.
Man, now I understand.
But we didn't know what it was.
We didn't know what it was. But that's come from not getting teach.
Well, people don't even know living in the hood can cause PTSD.
Yeah.
You know, just growing up in a
gunshots,
hostile environment.
yeah.
Or why are you used to people getting beat up every day? That's not normal. No kid should have to watch that or fight every day. You know what I'm saying? PTSD, they grow up.
Yeah.
You wonder why they got an attitude problem. They want to fight everybody. They don't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
Well,
that's how we grew up.
Look at the background.
It's just like me when I understand women more now.
Yeah.
Because you see what some women was going through, getting touched young, getting molested by uncles and what's the name? And
men too.
Men, yeah, you hear the same thing, the same stories. So now you understand why this girl act this way.
Yes.
Or why this guy act out in this way. Because they act out because they hurt. But they don't know how to understand and ask for help.
They don't
know how to ask for help. Yeah. They're scared to ask for help.
They don't even trust help.
And why? That's what I'm saying. That's how they're thinking. Okay, I'm gonna trust this person to help me out, and this same person do the same thing to them.
You know, as much as people hated R. Kelly for what he did, right? Or allegedly, because he ain't been convicted yet. As much as people say they hate him, you know what everybody else skipped over that I ain't really hear too much about? Him being molested.
Yep, that's what I was about to say.
I said, you know that trauma carried right over into that if he was doing that.
Yeah. And
how come nobody say, get him help? It's throw him under the jail. Well, that ain't going to help.
Nah, that ain't going to do nothing but make him worse.
And generations and everybody he touched and did wrong or whatever is carrying out. If they didn't get no help.
That's why I believe in the breaking of the generation curse.
Yeah.
People got that parents is like I've been through. Parents was going through. Our parents went through. Your parents went through something, and their parents went through something. It's a generation curse,
and you just don't want to pass it to the kids.
You don't want to break. I don't want to pass what I went through to my son. So you got to pray over that, man. Got to break that curse. Because you don't, man. Your son, they gonna go through the same thing or even worse. You know what I'm saying? So I went through it worse than my dad probably went through it. So it's generation curses, and you got to break that cycle, man. And you got to ask for help. And if it's it is hard asking for help, but there's somebody in your life that you can ask for help, man. And that's why I believe I understand my purpose now.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
When I tell you, man, it feels good to hear somebody else say they found a purpose.
Yeah.
Because you spend a lot of time dibbing and dabbing, and it's even worse when you good at doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you feel like I'm supposed to be here, but you're miserable.
Yeah.
Then you quit something. Then you start something new. You know, that was me. I was good at the Army. I ain't want to do the Army no more. And then I was good at the post office. I ain't want to do the post office. I did all kind of jobs. Got 3 different degrees. Didn't want to do none of them.
Yeah.
Then I found my show. And bro, talking to y'all is therapeutic for me. As much as I learn from y'all, it helps me. And whatever I went through helps others. Like, I get the feedback. So that purposeful walking, bro, it is a blessing, man. I'm talking about it lifts a load off you where people were saying, bro, you ain't making no money on that show. Yeah, you ain't done it. I'm like, man, I don't do this for the money. I hope the blessings come with the money later. You know, what they always say, if you're good at what you're blessed with, your gift, the blessing's gonna come behind it.
It's coming.
But if you chase the money, you're gonna fail every time.
You're gonna fail. That greed. That spirit of greed.
You're gonna start chasing the bag
instead of doing what your purpose is.
On folks.
And that's when you'll start doing bad things, or slipping up.
You know how people use you for a moment and then kick you to the curb. Now your resources are dried up. So your gift though is forever.
No, and nobody can take what God got for you, your life, your purpose. And then this is your purpose, and talking to folks and being on camera, it's a reason why it happened. But you had to go through all that stuff to get right here. But it was a reason why, you know, God don't put us through that things. We make our own choices.
But you check this out, bro. You know for a fact, I was always good at talking to folks and talking to girls. I ain't had no trouble in that area. I was just using the gift wrong. We was using to manipulate people. I repurposed it, and now it works for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I understand. I use it once I got the gift. I understand my gift of talking. I have the gift of gab. Man, I use that to all different type of things. Manipulate people, all that stuff. The whole time I could have been using that to help somebody.
For good.
Yeah.
And it
Now
came
I
back
understand.
tenfold.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So look, I absolutely got all the way into your life.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to close with that you'd like to tell our young brothers and sisters out there, even some of these grown adults that's hard-headed, you know what I'm saying? If you want to leave them a good word before we get out of here, man.
Man, my word would be, don't stop chasing your dream. Don't matter what age you are, if you old, young, whatever, keep chasing your dreams, because most of successful people right now are successful because they didn't stop. Even when they heard the word no, they kept going. And that's why I believe at my time I'm not successful as I wanted to be, because I hear no and I stop. But you got to keep chasing your dream, and then you are who you surround yourself with. You surround yourself with multimillionaires, you're going to be a multimillionaire. You surround yourself with people that getting money, fast money, you're going to start doing it sooner or later. I'll get back into it. Now you're going to have charges. Because that's a dead end. Really people used to tell you, listen to older folks, man. Well, that's one thing that people missing nowadays, that we don't listen to older folks no more. I love being around older folks because they'll tell you something. Because wisdom. Wisdom. So listen. Don't be afraid to listen to folks. Don't be afraid to take some things that you don't want to hear and stay uncomfortable. Because when you're uncomfortable, you'll still grind. You'll still feel like you ain't made it. So stay uncomfortable. Keep your dreams. Don't be afraid to talk. Let that forgive, and that's all, man. You said a mouthful, man. Yeah. You said a mouthful. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to thank Mr. James Griffin for coming through, blessing us with his presence. Y'all can catch me on YouTube, The Jermaine Hall Show. Tune in. We got so much more for y'all coming your way. Y'all be blessed.
Many cars in my garage, many demons been on me, on me, on me, on me, my God, on me, on me, on my